So, we're going to pull back the curtain and peek inside the toolbox that the world's most iconic brands use. These aren't just random ideas, they are the actual strategic frameworks that separate the brands we absolutely love from the ones we just forget. Let's get right into it. When you see a brand that's just everywhere, it's so easy to think it was some kind of magic, right? Like a flash of creative genius or just a really lucky break. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? Not even close. The reality is, while creativity is absolutely vital, the brands that truly last are built on a solid foundation of strategy. It's way less about guesswork and a whole lot more about having a methodical approach, using specific, powerful frameworks to make really smart decisions. So in this explainer, we're opening up that very toolbox. We're going to walk through 5 essential frameworks: the brand opportunity tree, the brand conversion model, brand positioning analysis, the super important 60-second brand test, and finally, the brand circle. Okay, our first tool is all about looking ahead. It's about vision and expansion. It's called the brand opportunity tree, and this is what you use to figure out where your brand can credibly and profitably go next. Basically, this is your tool for seeing the big picture. It's what stops a brand from getting stuck in a rut, doing the same thing over and over. Instead, it helps you map out all the potential paths for future growth. What makes this framework so awesome is the metaphor. It's so intuitive. Your core brand, what you're known for, that's the trunk. The branches are logical adjacencies, new products or services that just feel like a natural fit. The leaves, well, they represent taking those ideas to completely new markets. And the fruit? That's the fun part. That's where you assess the potential reward versus the risk for every single new venture. So figuring out where to grow is step 1. But how do you actually get customers to come along for the ride? Well, that's the job of our second tool, the brand conversion model. Think of this as your roadmap for the entire customer relationship. See, it's not enough for people to just know you exist. This framework helps you strategically guide them from being a total stranger to becoming your biggest, most loyal fan. This journey kicks off with awareness, just getting on someone's radar. Then you move to consideration, where you hopefully make their shortlist. Then comes the crucial moment, purchase, when they actually choose you. But listen, the real goal, the end game, is loyalty, turning that one-time buyer into a repeat customer who goes out and tells their friends about you. Okay, guiding customers is one thing, but in today's crowded market, you first need to give them a really compelling reason to even consider you at all. And that's exactly where our third tool, brand positioning analysis, comes in. This framework is all about answering the single most important question in a competitive world. Why should a customer choose you over all the other options? It's about carving out your own unique, defensible spot in the customer's mind. And in practice, it looks something like this. You literally map your brand against your competitors on the things your audience really cares about. So, for example, if you're a premium, high craftsmanship brand for niche experts, and your competitor is an economy, mass market option for everyone, you can see you're not even fighting for the same space. This kind of analysis just makes it crystal clear where you have a unique advantage and where you can win. All right, time for a little pressure test. Our fourth tool is simple, it's fast, but it is an incredibly revealing diagnostic for any brand out there, the 60-second brand test. The whole purpose of this test is just ruthless clarity. It forces you to cut through all the jargon, the buzzwords, the corporate speak, to find out if the core of your brand message is actually clear, concise, and compelling. You've got 60 seconds, just 1 minute, that's all you get to make your case. So really think about it for a second. Could you do it? Could you explain your brand, who you are, what you do, and why it matters in that short amount of time? If you stumble, or if you have to search for the right words, that's a huge sign your core message just isn't sharp enough. It's a tough test for sure, but wow, is it vital. And that brings us to our final tool. This one goes deeper than all the others, right to the very heart of the matter. This is the brand circle, the framework for mapping your brand's fundamental DNA. I want you to think of this like your brand's constitution. It's that internal guide that makes sure everything you do, from marketing campaigns to customer service to product design, feels like it comes from the same authentic place. It's basically the source code for your brand. So it all starts with your purpose, your fundamental reason for being, your why. This informs your vision for the future and the core values that guide you. That, in turn, shapes your brand's unique personality, how it sounds and acts, and ultimately, it defines the promise you make to every single customer. When these 5 things are in perfect sync, your brand becomes truly unstoppable. And there it is, the completed brand strategist's toolbox. You've got the opportunity tree for growth, the conversion model for the customer journey, positioning for standing out, the 60-second test for clarity, and the brand circle for your core identity. Each one of these tools plays a vital role in building a brand that's really built to last. And at the end of the day, that's what all of these tools are really for. They help you move beyond just being another visible brand in the marketplace to being a brand that is truly and deeply understood by the people who matter most. So that leaves us with one final thought. Pick your absolute favorite brand. Could be Apple, could be Patagonia, could be that little local coffee shop down the street. Now that you have these frameworks, which one of these tools do you think best explains why they are so successful? Give it some thought. Thanks so much for joining me.